Camron rapping about Dame Dash is peak insanity.
Pride in the way of health, that's why you ain't asked yet. Your ego, you should have a seat with him. Tell him for the next few years you won't be needing them. Call niggas your friends, then wanna compete with them. While Jay still got Taiwan, Emery, Bleak with him. Don't get offended.
What's up, world? Your boy Charles Brown back again talking facts. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe. Hit the notification bell. Keep sending those Cashapp to CLBMG. Join the membership. And all you buying that merch down below. Gang, listen. So, he not dissing gang. He not dissing Dame Dash. Let's be clear. Camron is doing what rappers do. They put the pen to paper and they put their feelings, right? You know how some people eat their feelings? Well, rappers, they spill their feelings and they put them in the raps. And I guess he just got to a point where enough is enough. And let me just talk to Dame in a language he can understand. I listened to it and I just want to say this. I feel like Camron is still trying to olive branch Dame. To me, the relationship gone forever. It's ruined. But Cam is still, even with this, he's still kid gloves. He did not diss Dame Dash, who deserves it, right? I got about probably 20 videos coming dissing Dame Dash, and it's going to be another 20 as long as I'm here. But end of the day, Camron still respecting his OG, right? I forgot what they called Dame Dash back in the day, but he respecting his OG, and he's still handling him with kid gloves. Even though he's laughing at him, he's chuckling at him, he's still leaving room to patch this up, for them to shake that, to take that obligatory pick in the future, shaking hands and making up and laughing about it. He's leaving that door open, even though Dame hit him with, what was it, either a $300 million lawsuit that never was a real lawsuit. It was just some shit for the internet, right? They're playing algorithm games, and it's, at this point, the algorithm games I get is sad. As you see, they're funny, they're entertaining, but they're sad for two grown men to be doing. Well, Camron came out with this letter to Dame Freestyle, right? I want to talk about this. I want to read this article and have a conversation because I watched the whole thing. I think it's about 3 minutes long or something, da-da-da-da. And he starts out talking about the old days and this, that, and the third, and how they both swapped favor for a favor. He always looked out for Dame, even when Dame didn't deserve it. Even when Dame was completely out of line, he still would do this, that, and the third, and help Dame out. It gives you a good backstory on his relationship. He really has affinity for Dame Dash. He really respects him, and he feel like he did him a solid, putting him on Rockefeller Records, which was a solid, because we was like, why the fuck we put Camron randomly on Rockefeller fucking Records? It didn't make no sense to some of us, but he's the best album of his career to me. Some of you argue with me that Welcome to New York City, this, that, and the third he did with Jay-Z. What's the name of that, Camron, Coming Home, or whatever it is, right? To me, that's Camron's best record. A lot of you be like, you crazy? At the end of the day, he did him a solid by putting him on that label, which ruined Rockefeller, the dynasty, because when Jay came home off that vacation, saw Cam sitting in the office, like, why the fuck is he here? Right? End of the day. So he really has an affinity for Dame Dash. He never really disrespect him. Let me read this article, right, by Cole Blake, Hot New Hip Hop. Camron's feud with Dame Dash has escalated in recent years, and he broke it all down in his latest freestyle. Camron has shared a teaser for a new freestyle that will premiere on his Talk with Flea show titled Letter to Dame. On the track, he reminisces about his relationship with Dame and how it came apart. He references their upbringing in Harlem, the Rockefeller co-founders' financial trouble in recent years, and more. I'm telling you, he could have got on some Oracle shit, like trying to diss him the way him and Mase went at each other. He didn't do that. It's not a diss record, right? It's not a diss record, it's a real record. And he really just talks to him. And he does say a couple of things that's kind of embarrassing, but they happen. Dame Dash, you really are embarrassing yourself out here. You're doing a lot of goony goo shit. And we see it. We all can see you, gang. You do not have an invisibility cloak. We can see you in real time. So he's not dissing you when he brings up these things. Let me continue. Talking to Instagram on Tuesday, Camron shared a preview of the freestyle and wrote, R.I.P. Babalab, him we won't forget about. He also revealed that he'll show the full version of the song at 5 p.m. on Wednesday, right? Fans on social media have been having mixed reactions to Cam's focus on Dame. Quote, he's still raw, but damn, he sounds so disappointed and hurt by how lame Dame is acting. It's a fact. He is hurt by how Dame is acting. Dame is really out of control, and he keeps saying, the OGs keep telling me to leave it alone, but then 2 days later, he's back at it. So Dame Dash is completely crashing out, but he knows without the algorithm, who is he, right? He's not really getting real money in the real business world. They just snatched his damn movie studio from him for a goddamn $100 bill. $100.50. So things ain't going well for Dame. They selling off everything. Meanwhile, he's trying to save face and act like he's still rich. Outside of his goddamn house with Nikki Licky, of all people, the white Aaliyah, as he likes to call it, with his bucket hat and no shirt, with the sun shining on his sea-doo, this, that, and the third, bringing the sun outside to talk to him, like on some whatever, just, he got him just sitting there talking for an hour while the sun just sit there twiddling his thumbs. So at the end of the day, Dame Dash really needs that algorithm to keep popping, because without it, what does he have? If we're not talking about Dame Dash, what are we talking about, right? Then he went on that show with them black ladies, telling them he want to sign them or take their show, and that's the worst thing. Ladies, if you ever let this guy executive produce your show in any kind of fashion, you might as well close up the doors and put a chain on it in the show now, because that show gonna take fast as hell. Talking about I can take you where you need to be. Where? Same place with your ass, with Nikki Licky, sitting on the dock of the bay with no shirt on and a bucket hat? No, thank you, sir. Let me continue. He said, he sounds so disappointed. Another user wrote on X, I'll be glad when unnecessary beef gets played out. Dip's going out sad. I don't know if Camron really going out sad in the situation. Camron got his things in order, right? Camron house is in order. Ain't nobody buying it is what it is podcast for $100 bill. So Camron kind of doing what he got to do. I don't know if he going out sad. Well, they back and forth arguing. I get it. The Jim Jones thing, they all looking crazy, but they doing it themselves. They want the algorithm. Jim Jones got a lot of things in play that he trying to keep popping. So I don't know if they going outside. It look crazy, but end of the day, this is what people want. They want content. Let me continue. While Camron and Dame Dash's feud can be traced back years, their rivalry heated up back in recent months. 50 Cent purchased the rights to turn Paid in Full into a TV series with Camron's help, which angered Dame. See, this is what people got to remember. 50's in the middle of this game. 50 stirring this pot like a witch, the witch's brew. This motherfucker letting it boil, double trouble, boiling spot, whatever. He's out here stirring the pot. So end of the day, it's not just Dame versus Camron versus Jim Jones. This is 50 in the middle, juggling the whole shit. So he dangling money in front of Cam. So Cam is going to go where the money's at. He smartened up, right? He stopped calling him Curtis. Now this nigga is fifth, right? So end of the day, it's a different animal, and 50 Cent is playing a whole day. He's the zookeeper right now. Let me continue. The Rockefeller co-founder also filed a $300 million defamation lawsuit against Cam. He never filed it, gang. I told you when he first did it, when it first came out, Dame Dash files $300 million. No, the shit was not on legal. It was not on legal letterhead. It was just, he cooked up some, put it on his office computer and his family crest, right? Whatever the fuck he got going on, and hit print on it. Then he posted on social media like he filed it. He never filed shit. It was just for social media, just to move the algorithm. I told you from day one, this is not in any court of law. So there was nothing filed against Camron. It made for good content. It made for good talking points, but he never filed anything. Let me continue. In September, Cam said that his relationship with Dame passed a point of no return. This was totally unnecessary, he said at the time. The way it went about for me, it didn't have to be public. It didn't have to be all this. All I did was not pick up the phone, and you keep going to the internet looking for internet sympathy. It isn't like me and Dame haven't had disputes before, but nobody ever knew that. When we had problems, you never heard no problems from me, but he kept going on and on, right? So he's right. Dame is going on the internet, but this is where Dame needs this, right? Dame got a YouTube channel that he posts sometimes. Sometimes he get hot. He want to say something and he come and say something about Jay-Z, say something about this, that, and the third. The YouTube channel gets no numbers if you don't have controversy. So he don't want to be called a chatty patty, but he want to pick a little battle, and then when they come and defend themselves, then he running, now he's a victim, right? All these guys these days, man, these grown men, they love being martyrs and victims. It's just sad, man, to watch these guys. They just want to sit back and be like, look what they done to me. I used to be really, really cool. Now I'm not doing so great, and nobody's helping me. But look what they done anyway, right? He wants sympathy, and what Camron said in the song is, your ego is the problem. You need help, but you're scared to ask. He said, I try to hit you up with $1 million and you fumble that, right? Remember, I think Dame Dash was trying to sell that Rockefeller, that 1/3 stake in Rockefeller record. Went years trying to sell that shit, try to bump it up to 10 million, try to get Drake to buy it. Everybody was going to buy it. Nobody bought it, right? The goddamn state came and took the shit, right? So end of the day, he said that, I think it was Mase and Cam was going to buy the shit for $1 million. Dame was like, hold up, somebody wants to get it for 2, right? He thought he had Drake on the line, right? He saw a suck on Drake forehead. I got a suck over here. So he wanted to sell it for 2. Drake probably reached out to his accountant and said, I'm just curious. What do you, Okay, it's fine. I can wire you the $1 million, but what are you buying? Drake was like, well, Dame Dash said, wait, what, who? He said, Dame Dash is going to sell me 1/3 of Rockefeller. He said, that's worthless. The account was like, why would you pay $1 million? How much is $1 million? He's selling you 1/3 of Rockefeller record. He said, well, you know what? Jay Greer, that's great. You know that's going to revert back to Jay the whole shit in about a fucking year and a half, right? You do know when it hits you, like 35 years, it reverts to Jay-Z, so he's going to get it either way. So you're buying $1 million of nothing. He's like, oh, I didn't think about that. Yeah, I know. That's why you call me, right? This is why you call me, G. Don't say a word, brother. Like, this is why you called me. So the accountant told him, yeah, don't pick up Dame calls for another 6 months. Just let it pass. So Drake flaked on him, and he never got the $2 million. Apparently went back to Mase and Camron. They was like, yeah, we had $1 million for you, but now we don't. It was a wild ass night in the strip club. So yeah, we lost it. They really had it, but they didn't want to give it to his ass. He blew it. You looking for a better deal. You trying to play too many sides of the fence. So he didn't get the money from them, and somehow, some way, Dame Dash ended up letting the state get that. Everything Dame Dash tried to sell goes to the state. He got too many creditors. Got the nerve to sit up there on Charlamagne talking about this, that, and the third, talking about you guys are chatty patty. You working for a living. You got a boss. I could never sit in here for all day. You need to get a job up there. Try to say you was the CEO of Revolt. Yeah, what day you start? Right? I'm the CEO. I'm taking, what is it? I'm the interim the fucking chairman of the board and shit. Yeah, what day you start? Next week or the week after? Because we ain't see your ass up there. Your name is not, they ain't put your name on the door, Dame. It's a misstep. You need to get in touch with somebody. Call HR because they don't have you as hired here. So the motherfucker was dead ass wrong. So you need a job, Mike G. Fucking around talking about everybody else's goddamn job, right? Let me continue, man. In September, Cam said his relationship with Dame passed the point of no return. This was totally unnecessary. I already read that. You know it when this shit got personal for me, when he was like, Cam ain't confrontational. So-and-so punched him in his face. For it to come from Dame, you got some deep hate inside of you. You've been wanting to spew out, and that's when I said, all right, let's do personal. When Dame started bringing up all this shit about he got punched in the face and that, I said, oh, he reverting to childish shit. It's middle school now. Now, these niggas is in their 40s. Damon is in his 50s, right? I think Camron is late 40s. You're going to go back to some shit on the block. You seen my growth. You seen me be a rapper for years. You seen what I've done in this space. You seen me go and move out of the rap lane into podcasting. Now I'm a very credible podcaster with a show that's doing very, very well. And I make a lot of money from this. I wear suits every day. And now you're going to see him bring up some shit. Somebody punched me in my face when I was little. Like, this is what we talking about? Not saying he was little. He could have been 25. He could have been 35. You talking about some old ass shit that for one reason or another, I didn't fight the man back. What does that got to do with what we talking about? It could have been some politics like this. It could have been like, I can't hit so-and-so. It could have been a million reasons why he didn't fight the guy. It doesn't matter, right? You can bring up everything personal about this guy. It doesn't matter. At this point, we're talking about my problems and your problems. And we're trying to resolve them, and you're not making it easy. So end of the day, right? Camron's freestyle letter to Dame, I listened to it. I felt like it was heartfelt. It came from a place of he's trying to heal the shit. Dame, you can't heal with a guy like Dame Dash because he doesn't let nothing go. He keeps shit going. He stirs it up, and he's going to bring out something else. There'll be more things he's going to spill. Dame Dash holds on to everything with grudges. So he's going to remember everything that happened to you back on the block because that's where he lives at. His mind locked. Like when you watch Stranger Things and they said, yo, everything in 1983, when you're going upside down, is frozen right there. Everything that happened in 1983, it won't go any further. That's Dame Dash. He's stuck there. So he's sit there, he's looking around the room. And then another thing, and the nigga ain't had no gas in his tank one day. So he's going to come up with all these scenarios that's embarrassing from 1983, 1994, whatever year it is, because he's living in the past when he was great, right? For a time when it was good, when we were legends type shit, right? So now, Camron trying to move forward, Dame won't, because he's still talking about old shit. This is why Dame don't advance nowhere. This is why Dame's sitting there $800 million in the hole, whatever it is, right? He owe everybody everything because he still think this is back in the day when he was buying a new pair of Air Force One every single morning. He had 100 pair of Air Force Ones. As soon as he wearing one time, he throw them in the trash, right? That's Dame Dash. That's what he used to do, right? Crazy shit. I bet Fat Joe ain't licking the soles of the Air Force Ones, throwing them away no more, but Dame Dash probably still doing that. Went up to the Breakfast Club with Air Force Ones on talking about, there ain't no way my Air Force Ones is dirty. I just took these out the box. Nigga, we don't care. We don't fucking care about your clean Air Force Ones and your white linen suit. It's silly talk, goofy shit. And that's why Dame is where he's at. His whole fucking company got sold for $100 bill. Nigga said, you know what? I think I got some change. Let me fucking look at my... I got three 20s and the rest is quarters. Can I pay with that? They were like, sure. Right? Just to fuck with him. End of the day, this guy is still living in the past. He's going nowhere. And Camron is trying to advance and Dame won't let him. Right? And I know you're going to say, well, Charles, Camron got some fault in this shit too. Well, guess what? They all got some fault and all of them doing goofy shit. What else is new? I'm going to leave it at that, man. CLBMG, head on over to black-yeti.com. Let them know who sent you. They ship all over the continental U.S. Also, every Wednesday night, around 9:15, we go live on The What Show. Me, TG, and Fliz. We will be talking about this shit. I promise you. And if we don't talk about it, get in the comments and say, Charles, you supposed to talk about the Camron. Letter to the Dame shit. Yeah. Get in the comments, man. Tap in. And we got a new video called This, That. Is off the What Project. Get in my comments or go on your space bar, your search bar and type This, That, Charles Brown, lock in. Watch the video. Get in the comments. Let me know what you think, man. I'm out of here. I'm going to catch y'all on that flip side. Peace.
Look, mission impossible to drop a few lines without dropping old times when Southern Hill was still a gold mine. When pistol grips was my shit and I sold mine. When Alias was not a show and they told mine. Elevate your mind with high quality THC infused products. BlackYeti.com. Black-Yeti.com.
CLB.
Get my coat, get my sheepskin, grab my wallet, get my pocket knife, and get that hat right there, we out. Grab my pocket knife too, let's go. When I first came to the city, niggas didn't believe me. I just wanted to join a team and throw assist pass easily. 6 man off the bench, alley-oop pass freely. Suit up for one game and hope a scout might see me. But nah, niggas is greedy, wasn't rocking with him. Unplugged the scoreboard, put a lock on the gym. Told me to power forward, point guard at the rim. And left me with no center and a ball full of phlegm. Not knowing that I'm a dog, a Rottweiler within. With the heart of a pit bull that don't bark for pretend. My bites cut deep, break the bone and the skin. With the level of hustlenomics you do not comprehend. So first I took a block down on the west side end. And then secured a spot with some goons and some kin. And then sent out some flyers, let the games begin. And in 6 months time, the city like that's him. Oh yeah, he the one that moved the hustle to the burbs. And yeah, he the one that knocked the hustlers off the curb. And yeah, he the one that set up shop without a word. And he the one that got it cracking. And all he did was rapping by the Hooters. I kept killers from being shooters. Put a mic in a thug's hand, now he loyal like past fans. Take a man off the streets past the needles and crack cans. Promise mama to keep him safe, then put some food in his face and he'll kill for you. But I don't need him for that. Click like, click share, tell them bitches we back. Share the whole location, tell them niggas where we at. Cause we out here and we ain't the cheese, we the trap.